Hello to all the fans of rock music. We know that rock music was born as a music itself. But over time it was able to penetrate almost all areas of our lives. Rock is in space, rock is in clothing, movie or theater. To the video game industry, metal has also paved the way. From consoles of the 90s to the most cutting-edge computer online games with virtual reality. The count of games with a heavy soundtrack goes not to dozens but hundreds. So, Painkiller. Oops, well, not this one, excuse me, not today. Today it's about video game. Well, although this one is very cool too. Today is about the game, about Painkiller, one of the coolest games of middle 2000s. This game wrote her page in the history of both cool games and rock music. Painkiller comes out in 2004 and is becoming one of the best in terms of soundtrack. Releases Polish company People Can Fly from Warsaw. People Can Fly are also known as co-authors of very popular gaming hits like Gears of War and Fortnite. People Can Fly was founded in 2002 and it is Painkiller itself that becomes their very first game which they release. This is first-person shooter takes us to a journey through hell. Where do you slice thousands of monsters and demons in different locations? Gigantic bosses, gloomy landscapes, and music. The music is epic. Every boss fight or level is 100% original. Listening to it, sometimes you just cold-bloodedly destroy enemies like machine, and sometimes it gives you adrenaline and the hairs on the back of our neck stand up. Just listen. We should thanks to several personalities for this soundtrack. Adam Skorupa, well-known Polish composer and sound director, the most famous author of video game soundtracks in Poland. He started working on a video game soundtrack in 1995 when he and a friend founded a Games X sound company whose profile is music creation for games, movies, advertising and various media. Already in 1998, Adam Skorupa has been involved in the creation of the soundtrack for game Max Payne 2: The Fall of Max Payne, released in 2003. At Painkiller, he becomes the lead composer, creating music in the heavy metal and ambient genre. Here are some more famous games where you can hear the soundtrack from him. Call of Juarez, Infernal, EVE Online and The Witcher. Most ambient tracks in soundtrack are created by Marcin Czartyński. He describes himself as a musician, master of sound and vocals and everything like that. A real orchestra man. He is also a very famous video game sound maker in Poland. He started making his first music in 1992 at Atari Small, thanks to a chaos music composer. Further, of course, it was much more professional equipment. Working on the Painkiller soundtrack, Marcin Cedyn-Czartyński recalls being long, difficult, and at the same time interesting. For example, only 1/10 of the music he created for game music was used in it. Rock and heavy metal musicians from the Miecz band from Poland also contributed to the excellent game. The band was founded in Warsaw back in 1977, and the first album, called Bluffmania, was released in 1983. Miecz is also involved in creating an atmosphere of Painkiller. For example, the band creates a song with the same name, Painkiller, and they also shot a video clip for this song where you can see the gameplay in addition to the musicians themselves. Very cool work, I advise to watch. Already after the release of the game, in 2005, released an album of the band which includes this song. The album is named Miecz. The renowned Metal Hammer magazine rates it 5 stars out of 5. All of them together made the sound unforgettable, and the shooting and slashing process more fun and epic. Bye, rockers!